Nature and scope of business. Any activity carried out primarily with the object of earning a profit can be called a business activity. This objective of earning profit is achieved by the production and/or exchange of want-satisfying goods and services. Therefore, we can define business as any activity concerned with the production and/or exchange of want-satisfying goods and services carried with a view of earning profit. Production of soaps, sale of eggs, production of TV sets, and transport are some examples of business. A person who is engaged in business is called a businessman or entrepreneur. Similarly, a firm formed for the purpose of carrying out a business activity is called a business enterprise or a business firm. What are the essential features of business? 1. Dealings in goods and services. Business deals with goods and services. The goods may be consumer goods such as sweets, bread, cloth, shoes, etc. They may be producers' goods such as machinery, equipment, etc., which are used to produce further goods for consumption. The business also deals with services such as transport, warehousing, banking, and insurance, which are intangible and invisible goods. 2. Production and/or exchange. You can call an economic activity a business only when there is production or transfer or exchange or sale of goods or services for value. If goods are produced for self-consumption or presentation as gifts, such activities shall not be treated as business. In a business activity, there must be two parties, a buyer and a seller. Such activity should concern the transfer of goods or exchange of goods between a buyer and a seller. The goods may be bartered or exchanged for money. 3. Continuity and regularity in dealings. A single transaction shall not be treated as a business. An activity is treated as a business only when it is undertaken continually or at least recurrently. For example, if a person sells his residential house, it is not considered a business. If he repeatedly buys houses and sells to others, such activity comes under business. But how frequently the transaction should occur depends on the nature of the activity. For example, a shipbuilding company takes a long time to manufacture and sell a ship. At the same time, a vegetable vendor purchases vegetables from the market in the morning and sells them out to his customers by evening. But both these activities are treated as a business. 4. Profit motive. Earning profit is the primary motive of business. This is not to undermine the importance of the element of service in business activity. In fact, a business will flourish only when it is able to serve its customers to their satisfaction. Profits are essential to enable the business to survive, grow, expand, and get recognition. 5. Element of risk. In every business, there is a possibility of incurring a loss. This possibility of incurring loss is termed a risk. The element of risk exists due to a variety of factors that are outside the control of the business enterprise. Risks whose probability can be calculated and can be insured. Losses due to fire, floods, theft, etc. are some examples. Risks whose probability cannot be calculated and which cannot be insured against. For example, changing technology, fall in demand, changing fashions, short supply of raw materials, etc. These risks are to be completely borne by the enterprise. Objectives of business. The primary objective of business is to earn profit. The objectives of business could be listed under three broad headings. 1. Economic objectives. 2. Social objectives, and 3. Human objectives. 1. Economic objectives. Basically, being an economic activity, the primary objectives of the business are economic. Some of the main economic objectives are: 1. Earning satisfactory profits. 2. Exploring new markets and creating more customers. 3. Growth and expansion of business operations of the firm. 4. Making innovations and improvements in goods and services so that customers get improved and more economic goods and services. Social objectives. Business, being a part of society, has obligations towards society also. Some major social objectives are: 1. Providing more and more employment opportunities to the people in the country. 2. Supply of quality goods to the community. 3. Providing goods at reasonable prices. 4. Ensure fair returns to investors. 5. Avoidance of profiteering and unfair practices. 6. Production of goods in accordance with national interests and priorities. Human objectives. Business activity is, generally, carried out through employees who are human beings. In fact, the efficiency and success of the business enterprise depend on the motivation and ability of its employees. Therefore, the business must also have some human objectives to safeguard the interests of its employees. Some of the major human objectives are: 1. Fair deal to employees in terms of wages and incentives. 2. Providing better working conditions and environment to the employees. 3. Provide job satisfaction. 4. Provide the employees with more and more promotional, growth opportunities. Classification of business. Classify business activities into two categories. In the first category, we can group all the business activities relating to production. Similarly, all the activities relating to exchange may be grouped under the second category. The first category is known as industry, while the second category is called commerce. Industry. The industry utilizes natural resources and brings them into a form useful for final consumption or further use. It means that industrial activity aims at ensuring the supply of goods in that form that suits the objects, needs, and convenience of the persons expected to use them. Thus, the industry creates form utility to goods. For example, farms, factories, and mines make available a wide range of goods. These goods cater to the needs and convenience of the people. In a nutshell, the activities of human beings engaged in the extraction, production, processing, construction, and fabrication of products come under industry. In other words, industry means a group of factories usually specializing in a particular product line. Classification of industry. On the basis of the nature of the activity, industry classified into: 1. Extractive industries. 2. Genetic industries. 3. Manufacturing industries. 4. Construction industries. On the basis of the nature of goods produced, the industry classified into: 1. Consumer goods industries. 2. Producer goods industries. On the basis of the level of investment, the industry classified into: 1. Heavy industries. 2. Light industries. On the basis of the size of the activity, the industry classified into: 1. Small-scale industries. 2. Large-scale industries. On the basis of the area of operations: 1. Regional industries. 2. National industries. 3. Multinational industries. Extractive industries. Activities engaged in the discovery and extraction of natural resources like minerals, animals, plants, and trees, from the surface or beneath the surface of the earth or air or water come under this category. Extractive industries are also called exhaustive industries because with every attempt there is a depletion of resources and this wealth is exhausted. Mining, farming, quarrying, hunting, and fishing come under this category. Genetic industries. Activities that are concerned with reproducing and multiplying plants and animals with the objective of earning profit from their sale come under this category. Examples are nurseries that multiply and sell plants, poultry farms, cattle breeding farms, and fish culture. There is one important difference between an extractive industry and a generic industry. In the case of the extractive industry, Moll cannot add to the wealth which he withdraws from the earth, sea, and air. However, in the case of the genetic industry, a man not only adds to the growth but also reproduces nature-made goods. Manufacturing industries. These types of industries are engaged in the conversion or transformation of raw materials and semi-finished materials into finished products. Generally, the products of extractive industries become raw materials for manufacturing industries. In other words, manufacturing industries create form utility to the products of extractive industries. The cement industry, sugar industry, cotton textile industry, iron and steel industry, fertilizer industry are some examples of manufacturing industries. Construction industries. These industries are engaged in the construction activities like the construction of buildings, bridges, dams, roads, canals, railway lines. These industries consume the products of manufacturing industries and extractive industries. The products of construction industries are immovable. They are erected, built, or fabricated at a fixed site. Commerce, all the activities which establish links between the producers of goods and consumers of these goods, and maintain a smooth and uninterrupted flow of goods between them, come under commerce. Goods produced by one may be consumed by another. In such a case, unless the producer and consumer identify each other, there is no scope for the exchange of goods between them. This is a hindrance to a person. Similarly, for buying a product, consumers should have knowledge about the existence of that product, its features, etc. Therefore, there is a need to provide such information to consumers. This is a hindrance to knowledge. The hindrance of time arises out of the time gap between the time of production and the time of consumption. In many cases, goods are produced in one place while they are consumed in another place. So, the goods should be carried from the place of production to the place of consumption. This gives rise to the hindrance of place. Commerce eliminates all these hindrances and facilitates the exchange of goods between producers and consumers. We can classify the whole range of commerce activities into two categories. 1. Trade activities of purchase and sale. 2. Aids to trade activities that facilitate the smooth and uninterrupted flow of goods.